a big star out of me. Gonna make a film about a man who's wild and crazy. That's one of those Ringo Starr. It's supposed to be sad and lonely. I just can't bring myself to sing that kind of stuff. They're gonna put me in the movies. They're gonna make a big star out of me.
I know what you're wondering. How did Eric get the opportunity to photograph Dan Brule in his home as he plays guitar? We'll get into it after the intro. For years, I spent time photographing different celebrities and fashion type stuff, but something, I felt empty doing that kind of work. And so I've taken it upon myself to kind of take that style of shooting that you see, that editorial style that I really love to do, and bringing that to more meaningful people, I would like to say, so like not necessarily just celebrities, but I want to photograph different spiritual teachers in different ways, and that kind of work is a lot of fun to me because it's more like a story. So we're doing like a series of images, and every time that image changes, you either change their outfit or you change the location, and that is what you consider like a story, right? So for this shoot, I didn't really have the nerve to ask Dan to change his clothes for every shot, so he's basically wearing the same thing the whole time. So, and besides that, that's more of a fashion thing. This is more about the person, right? And so I was very fortunate to interview him. If you haven't checked that out, check the link in the description. After the interview, I photographed him in the sanctuary, and in the sanctuary there was this white wall. And if you keep up with me, you'll probably realize that one of my favorite ways of shooting people is like a white wall. I call it like Avedon style. So black and white background. You're separating the subject from the background, and there's no background to work with. Like compositionally, you don't have to worry about different things like things sticking out of the subject's head or their head blending in with different things. So it becomes a lot more about the portrait photographer and the subject.
All right. Okay.
We're using this white wall. I was very fortunate to have like these big windows in the sanctuary, and it gives this nice soft light, so this soft directional light. As you can see from Dan's face, from the left side of his face to the right, there's a very, very slight shadow on the right side of his face. So now turn your head this way. Let's go here. Just a close up of your face. When it's a really simple image, right, and it's all about the expression, that's what I'm trying to catch. I'm trying to catch some expression from my subject. It's going to say more about them, right? So I'm trying to get like this reaction out of their face that tells you more than like what they look like. It tells you more about their personality, that kind of thing.
That's it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let's go run into the garden real quick.
Another thing I picked up from working in the industry for many years is being quick, right? So you really have to have a lot of experience and a good eye for light and composition, and understand what's going on with your camera to get it done nice and quickly. And I have that experience. So each one of these shots you'll see, we get them in minutes, right?
Yeah, perfect. So
based on the direction of the sun, I kind of placed him right in between these two buildings to where you can see the edges of both buildings. Not about the building, so I'm not really worried about showing the building. I just want little pieces of it in there so people can tell what's there. It's about him, and the building is, in a sense, it's a piece of him. It's a piece of what he has a part of, what he's building. I think they frame it really well. And then I had Dan stand there and just absorb the sunlight and just kind of be in the state of gratitude for all that he's built.
There you go. And tilt the head way back like you're enjoying the sun. There we go.
after that, we went into the banana garden. So he had, I can't remember the exact number, but he has a lot of different types of banana trees, all in this little circular planted area. And because that's one of his favorite things there, I wanted to get a shot of him in there. But honestly, I had a hard time kind of finding like a good spot with some good light and whatnot. And so I just ended up with a pretty basic shot of him standing here.
Cool. All right, now turn to the side that way. Let's have you like maybe kind of walking through. Just take a few steps. There you go. A few steps. 1, 2, 3, and look over your. Yeah, exactly. Perfect. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Good. We need to get you a machete.
You can grab that palm and look at it, and then look at me. One. There you go. Cool. It was on the way out of that banana garden that I saw these potted plants near the garden, and there was a diffusion above the plants that helped diffuse the light on his face. And so, like I have in some of the other shots, you'll see I have him turn his head towards the light. Like I found my composition, and then I had him turn his head to the right. And I really wanted to make it look really lush and overgrown, so I put different plants in the foreground and then him in the middle. So it really adds a lot of depth to the image. I really like this shot. After we did these shots in the garden, Dan invited me over to his house. And when we got there, I saw the guitar, and I think I might have mentioned the guitar, and he decided to play a little bit. And then, angle your head this way ever so often. Yeah, and that's where my shot is. So, okay. But from there on out, I'll just kind of hang out. The main idea is to get the audio.
Now, when you know 3 chords, you can play 300 songs. It's so cool.
It's amazing. Yeah. I used to play a little bit, but I kind of, I was like, man, I need to just focus on one or the other, and it was like photography.
Me too. I mean, I'd be doing it all the time, and I don't do it at all. So each time you're kind of like trying to get it back.
But I'm really tempted to get one again very soon. Yeah.
They're gonna put me in the movies. They're gonna make a big star out of me. Gonna make a film about a man who's wild and crazy. And all I gotta do is act naturally. Guess I'm gonna be a big star. Might win an Oscar, you can never tell. The movie's gonna make me a big star, 'cause I can play the part so well. I hope you come and see me in the movies, and I know that you will plainly see the biggest fool that ever hit the big time. And all I gotta do is act naturally.
To me, it was just, I had these pictures in my head, these like Rolling Stone, artists. Dan's like a celebrity to me. So he's a celebrity in the breathwork world, right? So I wanted to shoot him kind of like you would like a rock star hanging out in their own home, playing the guitar. So you got this nice directional light coming from, camera right, Dan's left. And I ended up getting a ring light that Anastasia had, and we put that light in there, but I made sure not to make that light too bright to where it overpowers. I just wanted the shadows to be filled very, very lightly. Just do one, if you want to play it on the play the guitar on your porch for a second, and then we'll be good. I thought that'd be cool. I thought it'd be a cool shot that you might like.
Well, maybe I should.
It was like midday, so ideally, you usually don't want to shoot midday. Of course, all rules are meant to be broken, but ideally you want the sun when it's lower in the sky. That's really the best time to do portraits. But we just, I just went with, while I had their attention, I wanted to go ahead and get what I could, so I worked with what I had. and I just had him look over his shoulder to where the light was the strongest, because we have to understand that where the light is brightest in the image is where you're going to focus. That's where your eye is going to go. That's where the viewer's eye is going to go to the brightest point. So in a portrait situation, you want that to be the subject's face. So I had him turn his head to the light, and I really think we ended up getting some great stuff. As you can see, I experimented with some different plants in the foreground, but the one with the cactus and him looking off to the left was probably, I would say, that was the winner. And in fact, he even used it on his Instagram, so make sure you go check that out whenever you get a chance. As did I. I used it in my Instagram as well. Oh, that works. Stay like that. During the whole breathwork retreat, I saw Dan drive around in this Jeep multiple times, and who doesn't like a cool Jeep, especially like in Baja, Mexico, riding on these dusty roads and whatnot, and it was just really cool. I really liked the Jeep, and so I got a couple shots of him from the outside. Perfect. And then a few more. Stay right there. This is great. All right, this is going 1, 2, 3. And then I got him kind of. Usually when I have somebody in a different situation, I'm getting different angles, so I'm going to have them do a lot of different things. And in this case, I had him just like he was driving, looking over his shoulder, things like that. So. Good. Now looking, yeah, perfect. Look even further. There you go. Now look at me. Cool. And look out the front window. Perfect. Hold that. And killer. Fun. Check the description for a link for a newsletter. I'm gonna start putting out a newsletter, and I'd love for you guys to get it. And it'll mostly be about self-improvement and breath work, but also intertwined with a little bit of photography. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. We got more stuff coming soon. I interviewed a lot of the people from the breathwork workshop, so I got some videos coming about that, and hopefully I'll do one with more footage and more about BioSana, this natural reserve, BioSana, if I'm saying it right. I know I keep saying BioSana, but it just BioSana, it doesn't sound right to me, but that's the proper way to say it apparently. So anyway, we'll check it out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and keep an eye out for future videos.
When I get older, losing my hair, many years from now, will you still be sending me a Valentine? Birthday greetings, bottle of wine. If I've been out till 3:45, would you lock the door? Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? Well, I can be handy mending a fuse when your lights have gone. Will you yours forevermore? Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? Wow, I was 64 6 years ago.
Whoa. Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So when did you hit 70?
70 in like, what, 2 weeks?
Oh.
Yeah. All right, well, cool.
That was plenty of that.